Welcome back, friends. So today in this video we are going to create the logic for the login system. In the previous video we have created the routes for the login, home and register. So whenever you will click on the login, you can see that we have the login page and also you can go to the register page, but this one is not working. So now we are going to implement the Firebase logic. We are going to use Firebase as a backend as a service to make this login system working successfully. So this is just a simple login system. Just we have to implement login and then we have to implement register, and whenever the user will register or login, it will be redirected to the dashboard page, and we will create the route for the dashboard page also. So now without wasting any time, let's get into it. So now we are under the coding section, and one thing I forgot to tell you that we are going to also create action creators. So with the help of action creator, we are going to send the data to the Redux as well, and from the Redux only we are going to get the data in the components. So here first of all, let's create the route for the dashboard. So here in the pages, I am going to create a new page, so that will be dashboard page. So here let's add RFCE. So we have dashboard page, and instead of this I'm going to write h1 here. So here will be h1, welcome to the dashboard. Just save this, and now when we will going to the app.jsx here, so we are going to the app.jsx, and here we have to create the route here. So first of all, we have to import the dashboard page. Import dashboard page from pages and dashboard page, and here we are going to implement the route for the dashboard page. Now you can see that from the pages only we are importing four things. And there can be many pages also. So now we are covering 4 lines for that. So how we can import this thing from the one import only in the one line? So for that, what we are going to do here I am going to create the index.js file. So index.js file is there under the pages folder, and now you can also see that we have these brackets in the home page, means this is not exported as default. So let's set this one also. So I am going to the home page, and you can see that here everything is perfect. We have the const home page and we are exporting it as default. So here we have the home page here and we are exporting it as default. Just save this. Now here what I am going to do, so I am going to just go to the index.js. So here we are going to export things one by one. So export default as login. So we are going to export login from auth pages, and then there will be login, and after that there will be login. And same thing we have to do for the register, and we are exporting this from the different files to the one file, and then from the one file we are exporting data, and then we can get every component from this file only, from the index.js. So default as, here we will be having the home page, from home page from the auth page, from the home page, and then we don't have the profile here, so we have export default as dashboard page from dashboard page, but we have this one for the home page here. So let's see why we have this one for the home page. So when we will go to the home page here, so here we are exporting it as this one, so there is not any error. So what we are going to do here, so let's go to the app.jsx, and here we are going to import this in the one line. So we are going to import login register, home page, dashboard page from the pages only. So let's see. So if we are going to log in, so we can go to login, we can go to register as well, and then let's go to the dashboard. So here will be dashboard. So we have some errors in the dashboard. So let's see what are those errors. So we have source pages, homepage, homepage.jsx. So export name default is not there. So let's see. So let's go to the homepage. So here we can see that we have the homepage and we are exporting it as default. Just save this, and now let's try it again. Just save this, and now let's see the error should go on. So we have this one here. So let's do one thing here. So here I'm going to delete this terminal and let's create yarn dev again. So this will start the server again, and we are ready with the server. And now we are still getting error. So this is because I think we have the error here. So it is default. So we have the typo error in the index.jsx only. So that's why we was having the error. Now yeah, actually I have deleted this, so that's why this was the error. So you can see that here we have welcome to the dashboard. So this means that this is working successfully. So now let's go ahead and let's add login system here. So this is our Firebase project here. So first of all, to implement the authentication, we have to enable the authentication from here. So for that, let's go here to the authentication, and you can also go it from the build here, and then click on get started. So it is getting started, and then we have to add the sign in method. So we will add the email and password as a sign in method, and it will be email and password only, and we are not going to sign in passwordless. So just save this. Now we have this email and password enabled, and we are going to use email and password only. And now you can see that we can add the users here. So let's go to the coding section, and here we don't need this one anymore. So now let's go to the config, and here let's export this Firebase. So we are going to export default fire, and here if we are going to use the auth, we have to import Firebase compact auth. Just save this, and now we have the auth here, so we can use the auth from here. So you can see that we have this auth here as well. We can import the auth from here. So now let's create the action creators in the Redux. So here I'm going to create the folder for action creators, and first of all we are going to do for the auth action creator .js, and then we have to create the actions also. So for that I'm going to add the new folder for actions. So first of all there will be auth actions. It will be auth action.js. Just save this. So here first of all let's implement the actions here. So first of all will be export const, and the first action will be sign in. So we have the sign in, and here will be export const. So just sign in will be there, and sign out we also need. So export sign out. So these two we need here only for now, and then here we are going to create the actions here. So first of all we have to log in the user. So for that let's create the action. So login user, So here we will get the email. So we need the email, user email and password here. So we need user email and password, and here we are going to return this object. So this object we are going to return, and we also have to import the actions. So here what I'm going to do, import all as types from. So here instead of actions we have action types, and here auth action types. So from the as types, so we are going to import everything as types from 1 up. In the action types there will be the auth action types here, and type will be types dot login user. So first of all we are going to log in the user, and then here we have to pass the payload. So payload will be the data that we are going to pass, and that we are going to get it from here. So here we have the payload, and we will get the payload. And then here we have the action creator. So action creator, and then action creator first of all will be for the login, that we will export here, sign in user. So sign in user will be there, and this one we need password and email. So we have the password and email. So here we are exporting the constant sign in user, and also we are getting here new thing, so that will be dispatch. So we are getting dispatch. So this thing we are getting because we have used Redux thunk here. So Redux thunk will provide dispatch as a second argument, as a second function in this action creator. So we can use this dispatch to dispatch the data to the Redux here. So now what we will do here, so here just I'm going to console.log login and password, email and password here. So let's do the same thing for sign up here, login user, then here register user, and here we will be having the payload, and just we are going to return the same thing we are going to return here. So type will be types.register user, and then here we will be having the payload. So whenever the user is getting registered, so this means that user is getting logged in as well. So if the user is getting logged in, so here we are just going to use the login user only. So just we are going to use the login user, because whenever we will register through the Firebase, so it will login us automatically. So that's why we don't need the register user here, and we are going to use register user here only. So there will be sign up user, and here we need the email, password, name as well, and dispatch is there. And here what we are going to do, console log name, email and password. And the last thing for the sign out. So for the sign out we are going to create the constant here, so that will be sign out user, and here we don't need any payload. So here will be types.sign out user only, and we don't need in the payload. So here let's export that. So export const sign out user, and here we have the dispatch, and here just we are going to implement the dispatch, and just we are going to sign out the user. Instead of this sign out, I'm going to write log out user, and I'm going to change the name of action here also as logout user. Just save this, and now we can use these action creators to sign in and sign out the user. So I have the spelling wrong for sign in. Just save this. Now let's go to the reducers here, and let's go to the auth reducer, and here we are going to handle the types. So first of all, we will be having the state is authentication. Is authenticated will be false by default, and then we will be having the user. Just save this, and now here we will be having the case login user. So whenever the user is logged in, then we are just going to return the state. So here we will be having the state, and is authenticated will be true, and user data will be the action dot payload data, and then we are going to use sign out user. So in the sign out user, we will be having the same state, authentication false, and user will be this one, or just we are going to return the initial state. Just save this, and now you can see the changes there as well. So now you can see here if we don't have any errors. So let's see if we have any errors. So login user is not defined, so this is the error here. So this is the error because we have not imported the login user. So let's import all as types from auth action types. So here will be types dot login user and types dot sign out, types dot sign in. Just save this. Now you can see the changes here, and here you can see we have this auth reducer, and under that we have is authenticated and user here. So auth reducer is there, is authenticated and user. So now instead of this auth reducer, so I'm going to implement one thing here. So let's go to the store.js, and here we have the auth reducer, and here just I'm going to write auth. For the auth there will be a auth reducer. Now you can see the changes here as well. So in the object you can see that we have the auth instead of auth reducer. So we have the auth as key, and then the auth reducer state we have. So now implement this logic with the help of Firebase. So let's do that. So now let's go back here, and here we don't need this. We need only action creator, and we need only auth reducer. So let me remove the auth reducer as well. So let's close that file. So just we need the auth action creator, and here first of all let's go to the pages, and under the pages we will go to the login page. So login page is there, but we have the login page here. Now in the login page you can see that we have the login form. So we have to go to the components. In the auth components we have the login form. So here you can see that we have the form, and as well as we have the email and password here. So here what we are going to do, so here we are going to implement the handle submit here function, and here I am going to write on submit handle submit. Here let's prevent default this, and now here first of all we are going to check if this email is not there. So if email is not there or password is not there, so we are going to just alert please fill in all fields. So I'm not going to implement React Toastify for now. So whenever we are going to implement the alerts in the dashboard, then we are going to implement React Toastify instead of this alert. So else it will alert this, and just it will return, and if it is not there, so what we are going to do, so we are going to use the action creator. So you can go to the action creator, and you can see that for the sign in user we have the sign in user action creator, and it is exporting not as default. So here what we are going to do, so here we are going to import this action creator, import sign in user from this one, and here we have to pass the email and password. So just save this. Now we can go back here. Let's go back. Here we have some errors. So that is fail to resolve import. So we have the error in the imports. So let's do that. Let's solve this. One up, second up, and third up. We have the non-modules. So just second up is there. Second up, and in the second we have the Redux, and then we have the actions, and then we have the auth actions. Actually we don't have the actions, we have action creators, and then we have the auth action creator. Now when you will click on the login, so first of all click on this one, login. You can get, please fill in all fields. So let's fill the fields here. So r@g.com and anything. So let's click on login. So when we are clicking on the login, so here nothing is happening. So this is not working because here you can see that we are using the dispatch here, but this function don't know about the dispatch. So this one is not working because we are not dispatching this function. So we have to dispatch this function here. So then our Redux thing will work. So here let's create a dispatch. So here I'm going to use the hooks. So dispatch is equals to use dispatch. So use dispatch we are going to import from the React Redux. So if you don't know about the Redux, like the working of the Redux, so then please watch this series of my React Redux. So full series is there from basic to advanced with many projects. So you can watch that first and then you will get to know about this. And here we are going to use dispatch here. So we will go back here, and here r@g.com 1 2 3 4 5 6, and when I'm going to close this, and you can click on login, and you can see here we have r@g.com and 1 2 3 4 5 6 here. So this means that our dispatch is working, action creator is working successfully. So now let's log in the user. So for that, let's go to the auth action creator, and here we have the email and password. So here what we are going to do here. So here we are going to use Fire. So Fire, we have to import the Fire. Import Fire from up, and then again up. We have the config, and under the config we will be having the Firebase. So we have the configuration for Firebase here, and then we have Fire from here. So now we are going to use this to authenticate the user. So we have firebase.auth sign in with email and password. So then we are going to have the user, just console.log the user. So we are going to console.log the user, and if we are having the error, so it will give us the error, console log the error. Just save this, and now we can see the changes. So just click on the login. So here we have the error here. So that is firebase.js does not provide an export named Fire. So Fire is not exported. So when we will go to here, so we have Fire, so but it is default. Just save this. Now we can see the changes. Click on login. So here we have some errors like Firebase, there is no user record. So this means that there is the error. So there is error. So this error is that user is not found, because when we will go here and we will go to the users, I am refreshing here. So you can see that we don't have any user yet. So we don't have any user. Now that's why it is not able to find this user with this email and that's why it is giving us this error like user not found. So here, if this error is there, what we are going to do? So here we are going to write, we are going to alert invalid email or password. So there is invalid email or password. Click on login. So click on login. So we don't have any alert. So just refresh this. So you can see that we are getting invalid email and password, So this is because I have clicked lot of time. So many times I have clicked here r@g.com and 1 2 3 4 5 6. Click on login. So here we will get invalid email and password. So login is working for now. So let's first of all create a register. So let's register a user first. So here for that we have name, email and password here. So now let's go to the register form, and here we will see if email is there. So we are going to use handle submit. On submit there is the handle submit, and here we are going to create the handle submit. So we have the handle submit here, and here we will be having the e, and here we will write e dot prevent default, and here first of all we will check if name is not there, password and like this is not there, then we are going to alert please fill in all fields, and then we are going to check if the password is not equals to the password confirmation, then we are going to write passwords do not match, and then we are going to send request to the server. For that we need the dispatch. So we have the dispatch here. So let's create the dispatch using the hook, that is use dispatch, and we are going to import this use dispatch from the import use dispatch from React Redux, and here let's use this dispatch, and this one we are going to use for the sign up user, and we have to import this sign up user from the action creators. So just save this, and now let's see here name as Raman r@g.com, password 1 2 3 4 5 6. So I'm clicking on register, please fill in all fields, and 1 2 3 4 5 password do not match. So here 1 2 3 4 5 6, and simply click on register. So whenever we click on register, see that we are going to get Raman r@g.com 1 2 3 4 5 6. So this means that this is working successfully. Now let's go to the auth action creator.js here. So here we are going to use fire only, fire.auth. So we are going to use auth here, create user with email and password. We have the email and password here. So if we have the user here, so this means that we are going to console log the user, as well as we are going to set up fire.auth current user. So we are going to update the profile. So here we have to set the name of the user. So you can see that we are getting a name as well. In the display name there will be not any name, so we have to update the user profile as well. So after updating the user profile, then we are going to get the current user. So user, this means that user is updated. So we are going to get const current user, then we are going to get the current user fire auth, and it will be the asynchronous async await. So we are going to use that, and then we are going to console log the current user. So if we have any error, then we will print the error in the console. So if we have the catch, so if we have this one error is there, then we are going to just console log the error. Just save this. Now when I will click on the register, so when I will click on the register, now it will take little time, and you can see that the user is authenticated, and we are getting here this one here, we are getting the current user. So we are getting the current user, and now when we will go here, so I am reloading this, and you can see that our @g.com is already registered. Now when I will go to the register, click on the register button, here we are going to get auth email already in use. So I'm going to copy this. So here we are going to check the code of the error. So what is the code of the error? So here we are going to get if error code email already in use. So we are getting email already in the use, and if invalid email is there, then return alert invalid email. So weak password, there is an error for weak password also, so we will assign this error as well. So just save this. So these type of errors are there. So here you can see that we have the user here, and here we have the current user. So we have the auth, and let's write current user.user. Just save this. So let's register with another email, that is r2@g.com, and here will be test. And when we will click on register, so we are getting user as undefined, but this user is registered successfully. So here auth.current user is there, and then we are going to get console log. So we are going to get console log. Then here you can see that we can get the current user display name, we can get the current user email verified, so everything we can get here. So this thing we have to pass to the payload. So this thing we have to pass to the payload. So here what I'm going to do, so I'm going to do dispatch, and then we are going to login user. So instead of this current user, there will be first of all UID. So UID will be there, current user.uid, and then name will be there, and after that we need email as well. So we have the email, and after that we don't need any profile photo because we don't want any profile photo. And then we have is authenticated true, so that will be okay. So we don't need this profile photo here. Just save this, and now let's test user 2. Let's add test user 2. So that will be r3@g.com. So I'm going to click on register. Now here we have the error here, action may not have undefined type property. So undefined type property is there, so that is login user. So instead of this it will be sign in and sign out here. Just save this, and now let's go here. I'm going to delete all the users. So let's delete this user, delete account, delete this as well, delete this as well. Now let's go here, and here will be r@g.com, and here will be test user, and just click on. So you can see here by default is authenticated is false for now. So when we will click on register, so you can see that we are getting is authenticated true, and the user is also true here. We are getting the UID, and we are also getting the name, as well as we are getting the email. So this is the very great thing. But we are not going to the dashboard, so we have to move to the dashboard as well. So for that, what I'm going to do here, so for that I'm going to here, actually we can't use navigate hook here. So we can't use navigate hook because that can be only used under this one. So here we are going to send the state here. So here state will be success, const success. So success is there, and then there we are going to set the success, set success. So first of all there will be default, so we are going to send this to this one here, dispatcher, and here we are going to get from here, and you can see that whenever user is logged in, so we are going to send the success as true, and here we are going to use effect, react.use effect. So here whenever the success is changed, so whenever we have the success changed, so if success is there, then we are going to navigate the user to the dashboard. So for that, let's create a navigate here, const navigate. We are going to use navigate here from the React Auto DOM. I have imported it successfully, and we are going to use navigate to the dashboard. And same thing we are going to do for the login. So for the login, here will be success, and then here we are going to use the navigate, use navigate. So let import this. So import use navigate from React Auto DOM, and here we are going to pass the set success, and here we are going to use effect, react.use effect success, and here just we are going to move to the dashboard. Just save this, and now let's go to the sign in action creator, and in that just importing the success, and here we are going to use the same thing, dispatch login user, and we are going to send the user here. So in the dispatch, what we are going to send, so first of all we need the UID, so we are going to send the UID, email, and then last thing we are going to send, that is display name. So just save this, and now let's go to the login here, and let's try to log in the user. So that is r@g.com, password is 123456, and click on login. Now you can see that we are going to redirect it to the welcome to the dashboard here, to the dashboard, and here you can see that we have auth is authenticated true, and the user is this one. So this means that this is working successfully. And now in the next video, what we are going to do, in the next video we are going to set up the UI for this dashboard, and after that we are going to add the functionalities step by step. So for today this is enough. If you have any queries, please comment in comment section. I will definitely respond to that. At last, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.